Blastov says, how's it cheaper to fly to a different country and find a girl to date rather than just going to the club and taking out a random 304?
Bro, you haven't traveled.
What's a 304?
I promise you it's nothing to do with financials. Passport Bros on top.
You put it in the calculator, you turn it upside down, and it says how.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of fucking nerds.
Nerds.
You could have just said it.
What is it? Someone called me Colombian bimbo. Let's hear
Uncle
it.
Luke.
Uncle Luke says,
It's a TTS. It's about to say.
Uncleluke 1980. Tipped $50. Uncleluke 1980 ranted from Rumble and says this panel full of airheads. Colombian Bimbo 2 down from Fresh is a prime example of how Western culture pollutes the mindset of women from traditional countries. MLD, I'm sorry, but there's nothing here.
Airheads are tasty.
you have anything you want to say back to him?
What does you know?
He said that you're corrupted by feminism.
I have nothing to say to that because he doesn't even sound smart.
Okay. I mean, that's
it's kind of a. You're saying that women are like corrupted in because you're from Colombia, which the women.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying. I'm just saying he sounds stupid. I'm not gonna even entertain that.
Okay.
All right.
Like, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to get into it and do what I'm supposed to do on the show and be like, no, you're wrong? Like, no, bro.
No,
okay,
no, but I mean,
that's your response.
I mean, you can refute it with fact if you can. I mean, you mentioned earlier, like, what should women do, right? I remember you asked that.
I feel him. I don't have a boyfriend. Obviously, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
What's your family like?
Go ahead, John.
What's your family like?
What's my family like?
Like, you come from are they living in Colombia? Are your parents together?
Maria Lord tipped $50. Maria Lord ranted from Rumble and says, sorry FNF, how much money it will take to castle this whole panel of 304.
Oh shit.
What's a 304?
Whole panel
Don't
of
worry.
hope.
Go ahead, answer your question. Go ahead.
It's a bad thing. I want to hear it.
Your family thing. Go ahead.
I have one sibling. My parents are together.
Where are they?
They are here in the U.S.
Nice.
And your sibling is a boy, girl?
He's a boy.
Older than you?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
I think for women, because you mentioned like, what are the girls supposed to do? I mean, you guys are kind of fucked, and I'll tell you why.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll explain. Women have really high standards in America, super high. Not all, but like a majority, I would argue, have a higher standards than what they bring to the table. So what ends up happening is the guys that have these standards that you're looking for, there's a small percentage of them. So since there's a small percentage of them, do you think they're going to settle?
Nope.
They don't.
Should we go out the country?
Yeah,
Here's the
100%.
problem.
That's what we
You can,
do.
yeah. You absolutely can go out the country, but you know what's going to happen when you go out the country? You're going to be competing with these very women.
You would be surprised though. There are certain men who like
But you have no proof of concept based upon your theory. Because
I have no proof of concept?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by that?
No, I don't.
It means you would have a boyfriend if your theory is correct.
Okay, yes, and I'm saying that there's a reason I don't have a boyfriend. I'm not even arguing with you that I am 100% in the right here. There's a reason. Okay?
Yeah, because like the thing is that what you were talking about these girls earlier that like the cheaper whatever. Like if you're an American woman and you go to like a Colombia or whatever, why are they gonna sit there right and hang out with you when you have all these standards, these Western standards? I need you to make 100K a year, blah blah blah, good looking, charming, charismatic, etc. When he can just get with a girl that's local, that's gonna cost him less, be more feminine, be more submissive. Listen to him. Why would he go about that?
Some men are looking for strong women.
Hold on.
Like you said, not all women deserve less. Not all men are weak.
So you know what happens over there?
Wow.
Hold on. I got you. When you go to Colombia or you go to these other countries to find men, you know what happens? They see you as a Mark II as well because they're thinking, oh, she's American, she has money.
Yeah.
So there's the same parallel there for you as a guy.
But that's not even. It doesn't. It's a moot point. You know why? Because you don't look for those guys. If you're looking for a man who wants a strong woman, you don't want that guy because he's looking for strength in you, and that's not your job.
But typically, she's
Bro,
just
I mean, listen. I'm single for a reason, so I'm hearing you out.
bro, this cat, bro.
All right. I mean, look.
Like, because you're both saying different points.
No, but I know why you're traveling.
Yeah.
You know why I'm traveling.
Yeah.
Why am I traveling?
Come on, nigga. I gotta say it.
Sex,
Yeah.
money.
To get fucked, man. Come on.
You broke?
No.
Come on, man.
Why are you traveling then?
I'm traveling to get fucked. It's
I didn't say
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
I said that.
Okay. All right. I heard your point. What's your point?
I wasn't even getting into that. I was just simply telling you that
I'm saying I'm single for a reason because the whole argument here is, oh, but you're still single. I'm saying, yeah, I am single for a reason, so I'm trying to hear you out. He's saying, okay, it's because you're combative. He's saying it's because you want to get fucked. So, like...
No, he didn't say that's why you're single. He said that's why you travel.
That's why you're traveling to other countries is to get fucked.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that if you travel to certain places, you're going to have to go to a place like Dubai where the men... They still have Western ideals and make a lot of money, but you can't go to like a Colombia or Philippines or whatever with your American standards and think you're going to compete with the women locally. You won't be able to, because the men that are worth the shit are going to go with them, not with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like American women, basically, not to sound like an asshole, but American women have really high standards for something that's not a fair trade to the guy. Does that make sense?
It's not even standards. It's just like delusions. Because like the average guy is not going to be able to live up to that. And she's nothing but fucking average.
But it feels like you're also looking for delusions in women when you have to travel to another country to find these certain ideals.
It's not delusion if I found what I need.
If you found it elsewhere, you had to travel how far to get it?
But it exists.
But the proof of concept exists.
You're saying it
we
doesn't
can
exist
find what
for
we're looking
a woman
for.
to
That's why there's a great exodus of men leaving the United States to the point that it became popular culture in the passport bro movement. Hold on. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but what you're saying is the equivalent doesn't exist for women.
In what sense?
And that we can't find somebody who meets our illusions. Or is it all delusional to you? Like what we require in a man, you're saying it's delusional. It's
much more difficult because you're already in the most successful country in the world. So if you can't find a guy here you go international, it's going to be a lot harder. That's why you would have to go to a Dubai, a London. You'd have to go to another westernized country that has a high income per capita, but it's going to be difficult for you because guess what? There's other hot girls there doing the same shit.
Facts.
So...
And shit.
Yeah, so I think that's... Put it this way, ladies.
And then you can't compete. Like girls like... girls who come to Tokyo that are like American or foreign, they never last. 2 years max because they can't hang with Japanese girls and how feminine they are, how skinny they are, how beautiful they are, how caring they are, how nurturing they are. These girls, they never fucking last. They always go back home because it's easier here.
Oh, okay.
Life is easier for women in America.
How do you know that?
And ladies, keep in mind, women are pickier than men, right?
Way pickier.
So since women are pickier than men, that means that there's only a small pool of applicants that's attractive. Where are all these men concentrated? Well, in higher earning Western countries. Men, however, are not as picky. We can go ahead and get with a girl that's unemployed, a bum, broke. But if she's young and hot, cool, we'll get with it.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys a question when it comes to passport bros, and this is just coming from like a psychological standpoint. I'm wondering, is it something, you know, a lot of people say it's almost like the apps where you just constantly swipe right because you can't handle just like one thing and kind of, you know, the traditional value was like making something work because that's what you have, you know? So does that take away when people have to travel to go find something else? And they're not like kind of making.
Sorry, I was reading the chat. Can you say that again?
It's just like I love thinking about these questions. It's just how my mind works. I'm just wondering if it comes from like, you know, a lot of people say that guys go on apps and they're constantly swiping right. You know,
be quick.
Right, and they're making it quick. They're not kind of valuing what they could have. Is that, you know, which, you know, I'm not saying that's how I feel. I'm just saying it's a question. Do guys go away because they can't handle the people they can't make something work at home? You know what I mean? They're kind of like running away.
It's not about commitment. It's about you girls. Like, I've been nothing but nice and like, you know, cordial to you from the moment I met you, and then you just started being so rude and nasty to me.
I feel like you were cutting me off a little bit, and I don't love that.
Well, okay.
You cut off other girls.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did.
Cut me off.
What the heck?
That was after, and this was a podcast. You were coming at me heavy, and even
I wasn't coming at anybody heavy. First of all, you felt that way, just like you felt the type of way when Myron said something.
John, you have a heavy personality and a heavy energy.
Thank you very much. But the point I'm trying to make is that your overall demeanor is a very disrespectful, kind of arrogant. Hold on, don't cut me off. I know, control yourself for a second. Okay, and guys who have choices in life don't want to deal with you.
100%, and that's why you went to Japan as well, because Western women don't want to deal with you. You are incredibly disrespectful, and when...
How do you know Western women don't want to deal with me?
Because you went to Japan and you've been talking down on Western women all day. I can guarantee you that all of these Western women like don't think you're the greatest guy in the room right now.
These are not all Western women.
No, I said all these Western women.
I know it, but you're saying
you want to argue linguistics, and every time you want to say no, I can do that too. I can do no too. But because you're John and you have the fucking big dick in the room, you're
Tommy Boy 7,585.
You should take it.
$50. Tommy Boy 7,585 ranted from Rumble and says, "Girl in the I Love London shirt looks like she's seen more cocks than John Wayne's revolver. You know she's traveling around so she can get pumped as much as the Terminator's shotgun."
Pumped is crazy.
Don't listen to the virgins talking to you.
No, anyway,
Go ahead.
I do respect you, but I'm saying like you're annoying. You're annoying. It's not that I don't respect you. It's that you're annoying and you keep doing the thing and you're arguing linguistics whenever you don't get your point across.
I'm arguing logic because you said the reason I went to Japan is because
you have to have logic to argue logic.
Woman in the West does not like me. Therefore, my only option was to go to Japan.
John, I don't even care what you're saying at this point.
Too. Okay.
I honestly don't even care what you're saying at this point. No, because I'm talking to John.
You're like, hold on, you know he went to Japan?
It's because I forgot his name at first, so now I'm trying to reiterate the fact that I know his name now. After you told me his name, now I know his name. His name's not Barney, it's John. Anyway.
See, and that's a very feminine standpoint to come from. Like you just said, I don't even care what he's saying. So here's my thing. How can you argue in good faith if you don't care what the other person's saying?
It's because he's repeating the same thing, and I'm not even trying to argue. I'm not trying to argue in good faith or bad faith. I'm letting the argument die.
I would say it's the other way around, actually.
Yeah.
But that's fine. You didn't even let him finish his point. Like, you just were just... Because...
I'm Barney.
Yeah. You're Barney.
And I'm a cum bucket. You're Barney, I'm a cum bucket.
I haven't called you a single disrespectful thing.
No, whoever did it over there did. Yeah, it's fine.
You are a cum bucket.
He did.
Stick man.
Bro,
Chris.
trust me. Come on, man. Like, she a shirt cut. I love London, man. Come on, man.
And that makes me a cum bucket, too.
Yes, because you travel to Dubai and you got come on.
Okay, so let's get this clear.
You want to tell them why you went to Dubai? Go ahead.
Beyond the laugh, I'm a cum bucket because I went to Dubai. And
to what?
And what else?
What'd you go for? Meet a guy?
Yeah.
No, I didn't go to Dubai to meet a guy.
What'd you go there for, though?
She went with her family, didn't you?
I work in real estate.
Yeah.
Are you licensed in Dubai?
It gets better. It gets so much better.
You don't need a real estate license in Dubai to sell and buy real estate in Dubai. And it's actually 45% cheaper in Dubai than it is in Miami.
I'm sorry. Just so you know, in Dubai, when a girl says I do real estate, you know what she says? Sorry, you know what that actually means? When she says I do real estate? Do you know?
That's a judgment.
Crickets.
No.
Yeah,
Do you know?
I'm trying to figure
It's
it
like,
out.
okay.
Is it not
Don't
true?
gotta say it.
Well, go ahead, man.
Sell a pussy.
Yep.
Just saying.
Porta potty.
That's what it means.
Why she gotta go all the way to Dubai to do that? Like,
girls, you leaving him?
Are y'all two leaving?
I think they're going in the bathroom.
No, yo, one at a time, please.
So what you're saying is you
sure.
lack brain cells and you were dropped as a baby, and whoever raised you incorrectly, because you're saying if you work in real estate, you sell pussy. That is your correlation. That is your synonym. You're a realtor, you are a prostitute. That is what you're saying.
No, it's kind of like a cultural slang.
It's cultural
thing.
slang.
It's a cultural slang.
Typically.
Yeah.
We're not saying
You should know that, by the way. Going to Dubai. Slut.
So okay.
I'm so confused here. I'm so confused here.
Okay. So you went there to like study, like, because I'm a little confused. Do you have your residency in Dubai or in the UAE actually?
I'm working on it currently.
So you can't be a realtor there until you have that.
You can. You need your gold visa.
Do you have your gold visa?
I'm working on it currently. That's what I went to Dubai
$50. Europe ranted from Rumble and says, ladies,
Myron,
think
so
about
yeah,
this.
so
You get nutted on your faces and get your backs blown out by dudes on the regular.
Cool, little
Can we stop with the whole strong and independent act? You literally eat cum.
Handle it, you know, because,
Did you not see the video of two guys getting a shot spit in their mouth?
just give 'em their
That's
stuff back.
you.
yeah, it's all fine.
Like,
Yeah, like God forbid you go to Dubai to look at real estate.
They take their shit off.
Damn.
these guys have
Because
so
if you
much
do that,
mouth.
you're a prostitute and you're selling pussy.
That sucks.
Obviously.
That's crazy.
gross.
Yeah.
That sucks. Shame.
I mean, it's not really crazy. You know where we are. We're literally
I
at
don't
Fresh
mind
and
sex
Fit.
work.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. This is like quite intense.
You know the world's very small, right? You know the world's very small.
So intense.
And people know who you are.
Who?
Wait, what?
I don't want to say anything, but I can pull up some shit right now.
Okay.
On you.
All right.
You want to go there?
Yeah.
Pimeyes.com. Go. Pimeyes.com.
Oh shit. God damn. Nah, we on Rumble. Fuck it. Okay, so that's just interesting. Yeah. What were we talking about before?
She was traveling
Dubai,
to
you guys were
Dubai to
talking
look
about-
at real estate property to buy because she's interested.
No. Before
45%
that, you guys
cheaper.
were discussing Tokyo. You being in Tokyo.
Yes.
Valentisi.
Women don't
Tip
like me.
$200.
All Western women-
Valentisi
all
ranted
Western
from
women in
Rumble
America
and
don't
says,
like
I
me.
think
She
it's
said that,
So I
official.
had to go to
This the
Japan.
dumbest airheads that have ever been on this
I thought she
panel.
said that you don't
Such
like
low
Western.
No,
IQ.
she said they don't
And to
like me.
prove it, ladies name 3 countries.
They keep
We
calling
already
us.
did
We already
that.
did.
We did already.
Y'all
I can
keep
do
calling us
more.
airheads, but like
They're
that's not really
airheads,
an
but they're the one
insult.
that's spending
not an
$200
insult.
just to speak to us. Isn't that crazy?
I mean,
They're roasting you, by the way.
yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I would argue because you're saying that he wouldn't be attractive, I guess, to Western women.
I didn't
Yeah,
say that. I said to us in the room. Like that's
No,
why
you
went to.
did say
That's
actually
why you
all
went to
Western
Japan.
Western
women.
women.
All Western women. That's why I went to Japan.
All right, brother.
Thanks, sister.
You know what's interesting about this? Like, and I've only noticed this when we do this podcast, really, when we deal with women, right? So you got a guy in a room that's a multimillionaire with like $100,000+ Rolex on, right? That's obviously successful. He lives in Tokyo, Japan, etc. And you know, you're 23, trying to figure your life out, etc. And you think that you could talk to him with the same level of
If a man-
hierarchy dominance, you know, and it's interesting to me how like, and that's the problem with Western women is like you guys don't understand your
Look
place,
at me in
and you
the eye
guys
when
don't
you talk to
understand.
me.
You guys don't who the fuck are you talking to?
Men
talking to
get
you.
punched in the face when they
Like-
talk like
like,
you to other men.
Let me be very
Like, that's
explicit
how,
about
that's
this.
like
This is my podcast. You're here as a
Okay.
guest.
No
Yes.
diddy.
Okay. If I'm gonna look at the fuck camera, look whatever, I'm gonna do that. I don't have to look you in your face to tell you that you're saying some stupid shit right now. What I'm trying to explain, right, is that men understand dominance hierarchies, whereas women don't. You're a 23-year-old trying to figure your life out, which is fine. No problem with that. However, you got someone in the room who's obviously wildly successful. You got a $100,000+ watch on, right? In a suit, etc., from Tokyo, Japan, and you're arguing with him
Barney's
about
from
things
Barney's, baby.
that, quite frankly, you're not really qualified to argue about. But you're coming from a position of,
guy.
oh, I can argue this and I know more, but you really don't. You really don't. And it's just interesting to me how a bunch of girls on this panel have been like trying to argue things or whatever, and it's like, you're not really in a position to argue this, but you're doing it anyway, which I always find interesting. But anyway, you were gonna say something?
No, the only reason that I asked you to look at me in the eye when you were talking to me is because you were talking about me. So I just felt like you should
That's the problem. Control your fucking emotions. And that's been like
control my fucking emotions. You were talking about me, and you were saying I'm a
that's been the
23-year-old girl
theme.
talking to this guy with this
That's
Rolex.
been
over here,
the
man,
theme.
trying to be louder
That's
than
been
him.
the theme of the
Bro,
podcast.
you can't talk.
No,
you
no,
can't
bro,
talk. Welcome to a podcast where you can't talk.
You can't talk either.
Yeah, it's one mic at a time so that you don't hurt the ears of the people that are listening. I'm just saying that you've made points that don't make sense a lot of the times, and you've spoken from a position that you don't really understand. And you like, and it's funny because you said, "Well, Western women don't like you." I would argue on paper most women would. He just happens to live in Tokyo, but I think he'd probably do well here in America too. I mean, he has done well here. He's been here for a while.
Yeah.
But like, you know, to make the argument, well, Western women don't like you. No,
bro, girls
they
don't
do.
like me, bro. That's why
it's just that he chooses to be in Japan.
You know? They
You
don't
know what I
like
mean?
me.
Because here's the thing:
I
as
go
a
home
man,
and cry myself to sleep.
here's the
every
beauty
night.
as a man. The things that it takes to be attractive as a man are hard to achieve, but they're universally respected. Right? If you're successful, you have your money together, you have charisma, charm, etc. All women are going to find you attractive to some degree. It's up to you how you want to spend your currency of attractiveness. You can spend it in the United States where you might not get the most bang for your buck, or you go somewhere else where women admire it more and give you more bang for your buck. See, you can't even look me in the eye when I'm talking to you.
Yep, she's drinking.
Oh, I'm supposed to look you in the eye?
Oh, yeah,
Who the fuck you talking to? Who the fuck you talking to?
Bitch, you about 119, man? Shut the fuck up, man. Listen, man. Hey, listen. You ain't nobody,
Chris, relax, man. Again, this comes back to this whole situation I said before. Me and you are not equal. You have an issue with masculine authority, which I've noticed this throughout the entire podcast, which is fine. But this is going to hurt you in the future with men. Just being honest with you. Because your issue is that you think you're equal to men, and on top of that, you think you can talk to them any type of way. When, in reality, the guys here at this table make more money than you, are older than you, more experienced than you, better than you in every which way, instead of listening to what we're saying, because you probably want a guy like us, right?
So that means you can talk down on me.
Bitch, you a hoe, man. Shut the fuck up, man.
Well, you're saying all of that means you can talk down on me.
Well, no one's really.
I haven't talked down on you.
None of this is talking down on me. None of this. What you were doing, and you're 23 years old. You don't know. You make less than us, bro. This is talking down on me. You're not even letting me speak.
Shit on you in Dubai.
Yo,
like I'm not even completing a phrase here. You understand what I'm getting at? Do you feel me? No, it doesn't matter. But you're proving my point.
Sorry, Mark.
I'm not the one talking down you. I'm just telling you that.
I haven't.
But you understand that is happening.
Frozen.
Here's the thing. There's hierarchies. There's levels to everything, right? And women tend to think that they're equal to men. A lot of the times you guys aren't. So it might come off as I'm speaking down to you, but I can't control how you feel.
The way that I feel and my emotions are such a big thing here, obviously, is that you're putting me in a corner. You're putting me in a corner. You're throwing a bunch of. Let's all focus in on his.
All right, Chris, man.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna talk anymore. I'm not.
Oh.
Did you play that song because it's from Japan and American music's not good?
I'll say, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to respond to it. You have an issue with masculine authority. Even when it's coming from a position of clear hierarchy differences, you have a position of masculine authority, and that's going to damage your ability to find a man in the future. Because guys like us don't argue with women. We just don't.
Yeah, just walk away.
We don't. Because the more money and status a man has, the less he gives a fuck about what you think, and the less he's going to have the patience to sit there and argue with you as an equal. He said earlier, arguing is for poor people. That's kind of true. Guys that have money and status don't argue with women. We don't. We simply don't, because it's not worth it. Why am I going to argue with a girl when I can find another one that's going to make my life a lot more peaceful, be just as hot, and not a pain in the ass?
What's the ROI on arguing?
The thing
Stress?
is, I'm not.
Seriously.
Very little. Go ahead.
The thing is, I'm not disagreeing with you, so this is where it becomes redundant.
Then why are you arguing?
I'm not arguing. This is the part where I'm not arguing. Like, it just becomes a conversation because John wants to say some bullshit.
W. Barney in the chat for me, because I feel like I've won tonight. Yeah. W. Barney in the chat.
Well, keep in mind that you made the claim that he's not going to be attracted to Western women, and I'm like, well, that's not really true, but that's fine.